Mary Elizabeth Monroe is calling in right now. Let's get her on. And for the fourth time this year, I am joined with Mary Elizabeth Monroe. For the fourth time, welcome back, Mary.
Well, hello. I think that's a record, right?
Yeah.
All right.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing real good, and thank you for being on yet again.
Great. I was worried I had the wrong number for a minute. It wasn't working. So,
Oh, okay. Okay, well, at least you're on. That's all that matters. Um, if we can, let's just recap a little bit about your match from this past weekend. You went up against Jesse Bell in a flag on the pole match. You was representing the Virginians, and Jesse was representing Kentucky. Um, it was for the Covey Pros Women's Championship. Why don't you go ahead and talk about the match, and the outcome and everything.
all right. Well, I think last time I was on, I talked about how we came to make this match. So, Jessie Bell actually had stolen the belt and told me I couldn't have it back until I granted her the match. So I did grant her the match. I did make it a title match and a flag on a pole match. And it was really, it was going really well. I do remember it was kind of going back and forth, but I felt like the whole time I had a strong foothold and I had the upper hand. And finally, Jessie Bell actually, I think it's kind of all foggy because as you'll hear once I get to the end, somehow we ended up on the outside of the ring, and she tried to slam my head on the mat, but I stopped her. I slammed her head, and I left her out on the outside of the ring. So I was good to go. I got in the ring. I was climbing up to get my flat, and the next thing I know, I was waking up in the dressing room surrounded by other wrestlers, referees, um, checking to see if I was okay, if I was breathing, if I knew where I was, and they told me that I had lost the match and lost the belt, and I have no idea what happened, because I remember distinctly being inches from the flag with Jessie Bell safely on the outside of the ring. So after the show, I was able to kind of get my bearings enough to go out and say thank you to some of my fans, and some of the young ladies who had come to see me had asked me who that woman was that attacked me. And I didn't know what they were talking about. I said, do you mean Jessie Bell? And they said, no, a woman came in the ring and attacked you. So I found out that someone named Nyla Rose, who had bought a ticket and come to the show and was sitting in the crowd, climbed into the ring and hit me from behind and hit me with a big power bomb and knocked me out for a few minutes. And she was able to do that while the referee was distracted trying to help Jessie Bell. And then Jessie Bell was able to get back into the ring and retrieve the flag and win the women's championship belt. So right now, that's kind of where I stand. I'm trying to figure out who this person was and why she got involved. And hopefully I'll be able to figure that out in the near future.
So with this other female getting involved in a match that y'all two have been going at it, y'all been going at it multiple times for this championship belt, and now all of a sudden this other female gets involved. Do you think that maybe Jesse trying to get her involved, help you out, or do you think that this woman has her own intentions and just want to make a name for herself at your expense?
Well, I think it's a combination of things. It would not surprise me at all for Jessie Bell to plant someone in the crowd in case things went wrong. So I think that that may be part of it. But I also think that a lot of my competitors know that I am a strong contender and I am a really challenging obstacle if they ever do want to go after the championship belt. And frankly, Jessie Bell has to cheat to beat me, so she is not as big of a threat as me. And if this woman could get me out of the way and get the title back on Jessie Bell, while Jessie Bell may think that she's using Nyla Rose to help her, I think Nyla Rose is using that opportunity to get herself maybe a little bit easier an opponent to go after the title. Because really, if Jessie Bell has to resort to cheating every time she comes up against me, that to me is her admitting she cannot take me face-to-face, one-on-one, following the rules and playing fair.
So now that you had a few days to reflect on everything, where does Mary Elizabeth Monroe goes from here with this situation? Do you want to go for the championship back, or you want to deal with this with Nyla?
Well, it's definitely both because I feel like I was a good champion and a good face for that company for a number of reasons, just because of the fact that I have a good work ethic, I have good morals, and I feel like I'm a good representative as well as a good role model for especially the younger audience. So that's important to me, to be able to go in front of that crowd and be there for those people. I also do want to find out a little bit more about this woman, and I think I have to find out more about who she is and what the situation is maybe before I decide what exactly I want to do. But I have a feeling that dealing with her and going back after the title are going to end up going hand in hand. I think both of those things are going to become intertwined.
For those who just tuning in, you're listening to Triple Threat Wrestling Radio right here on itmiradio.com. Talk Channel 2. I'm joined with Mary Elizabeth Monroe, and we just got through talking a little bit about her Covey Pro Women's title match from this past weekend. Now, on to the future. With this year winding down as we get ready for 2013, do you have any shows or matches you have scheduled heading into the new year?
Right now, I am in talks with a few different companies, and I don't have a lot of these dates very solid at the moment. I have been looking into facing Bobinette Carey at Underground Wrestling in Akron, Ohio, and I know you have gotten an opportunity to interview her, and I will be using that interview as some of my research to get inside her head and find out who I'll be dealing with. Date for that match will come forth, and I will let you know as soon as I know. I also have been in talks with a company in Uniontown, Pennsylvania, looking at March 1st, but right now we're still in negotiations and checking schedules and logistics. So as I find out more about that, I will definitely let you know. And then I will be going back to Covey Pro at the end of April, and we will be back in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia. I believe. I will double check the details. And I'm looking forward to that because I believe I will get an opportunity to see Jessie Bell again, and I expect to see Nyla Rose again. I don't think that she would show up and do what she did and then never be heard from again. I think she's got a master plan, I'm interested to find out what that is.
That's very cool. Using the interview I did with her as research, get dissecting what she's all about. I mean, I like the sound of that. So, hey, you go ahead and listen to the interview if you want to, just to get a glimpse of what she's all about. She's very interesting. I will say that. Obviously, winning back the Covey Pro Women's Championship is a goal of yours. What are some other goals you like to set for yourself headed entering 2013?
Right now, and this really is as always, I'm just working on becoming a better wrestler, becoming a better athlete. I've been kind of fine-tuning my routine at the gym and my diet so that I can continue to improve. And I've been kind of thinking about and exploring some different styles of wrestling that I can infuse my own style with. And I'm hoping that if any other women do what I do and research their opponents and try to get an idea of what to expect, I'm hoping that I will start coming forward with things that they won't expect, and I will be coming out with some surprises.
I'm definitely looking forward into the new year. Myself as a wrestling fan, continue to following your career. As I said on the multiple interviews we've done, you're one of my favorites. You've been around for a while. You're very successful. You won championships. You've had matches with one of the most talented women wrestlers in the Midwest, in the East, in the South, or whatever the opponents are from. And I'm definitely looking forward to 2013. What's in store for Mary Elizabeth Monroe? And I'm certainly am hoping UWF will be giving you a call, especially when they have the Vixen show coming up in 2013, the all-woman wrestling show. I'm guessing they're in the early stages of that. They haven't confirmed who's going to be there, but I'm sure those that's already in their roster will be there. So I'm sure they'll give you a buzz. At least I'm hoping. That's all.
Well, unfortunately, you may be disappointed on that front, but I believe that there will be a lot of other opportunities for you to see me in action.
Oh. Well, all right. Well, I guess I'll see you when I see you at some point. I guess not in the Kentucky area right now, but hopefully we'll see each other.
I think you will get to see me in Kentucky. Without going into details, I don't know if I will be able to come back to UWF, but keep your eye out, and you will definitely see me, and I will be sure to make you aware of where and when I will be, so that we can see each other again.
Absolutely cool. I'm definitely looking forward to it.